In this video, I'm going to teach you how to get the motivation that you want and how to do it in a quick, simple, and easy way. I was recently on a call with someone and they were telling me about how much they wanted to edit. They really love editing videos and they just can't seem to get consistent with it. They'll be disciplined for one day where they edit the whole day, and then the next 2 or 3 days he would open up his phone and just start playing mobile games or watching YouTube or scrolling on TikTok. Even though he likes editing, he wants to edit more, he just can't seem to do it. And the specific wording he used, which really caught my attention, was that he said he lacks the motivation. That immediately set off alarm bells in my head because I'll let you in on a little secret. We don't need motivation to take action. It's such a widespread myth that I'm honestly shocked. I want to reveal to you how this myth even started and how you can actually use this myth in your advantage. This myth got started because motivation causes action. That's simple enough, right? If you really want to eat, you will go out and eat. If you're hungry, you eat. But people then assume that you need motivation to take action, which actually isn't true. And in fact, action also causes motivation. If you start doing something, you'll actually feel yourself to be more motivated than when you started or before you started. And if you're still not agreeing with me on this, let me ask you, do you feel motivated to brush your teeth? Because it's not a biological need. You could live without brushing your teeth, but yet you still do it. Do you feel motivated to brush your teeth? No, right? You just do it because it's a routine and you've been doing it since you were a kid. It's such a instilled habit that you don't need to think about it. You don't even need to feel motivated and you still do it. And ironically, seeing that your teeth are better, they're more whiter, they're healthier, actually motivates you more to brush your teeth. You see how starting with action, there's no feelings, you just start, actually lead to motivation. You don't need motivation to start. If you think that you need motivation to start, that means that every single achievement of mankind, not even of our generation, mankind, over all of the years and years and years that we've been alive, you think that they all amount to motivation? Now, let me say, motivation is a vital part of our lives. Motivation feels awesome. I'm not saying anything bad against motivation. I'm telling you that to get the motivation you want, you have to take action first. I'm not saying that you don't need motivation at all. I'm saying you'll get the motivation, but you just have to take action first, and then you'll get all the motivation you want. Because if you want to start with motivation, you're relying on luck. You're relying that you randomly get a feeling, an emotion that you will suddenly want to start doing it. I personally don't want to rely on my goals and dreams to be achieved by luck. That's not what I'm about. I'm about, sure, pushing myself a little bit in the start, but then afterwards I actually feel like doing it, and once I get that feeling, then it's just an upward spiral. I don't have to think about doing it, I just do it anyway. And specifically, the action that you want to take in this cycle is a small action. Because obviously you've tried doing stuff without motivation, you've tried doing the discipline stuff, but you really can't do a big whole task when you don't feel like it. I understand that. I honestly don't do it much either. And so to get that motivation, to get that little push that you need, you can start with the smallest part of the task that you can do. And specifically, we're using momentum here. Imagine a snowball on the very top of a hill. Imagine barely pushing it, just with one finger, just pushing it, not pointing it, poking it. Imagine poking it, and all of a sudden it just starts slowly rolling down. And that snowball slowly rolls and rolls and rolls and rolls until it's a huge avalanche of snow. That one action that you took, a small action, you just poked the snowball, led to an avalanche because that momentum built up and up and up. You might relate with me on this, where you might start something and you just feel like you want to continue it. It doesn't matter what. It could be video games or it could be recording a video. Once you start, you don't really feel like stopping. All you need to do is start, and then all of a sudden you just keep going and going and going. That's what momentum is. That's that feeling you get. And we can use this to our advantage. And so the action step that I want you to take from this video, use what you just learned over the past 5-6 minutes. I want you to imagine a task that you've been recently procrastinating on. Think long and hard. It could be a simple thing, like you wanted to throw out your trash, but you forgot to. It could be something very simple, or it could be something like a deep lifestyle change. You really want to get on that diet to lose that 20 pounds, 50 pounds. That one thing you've been procrastinating on, you might get the motivation to start on it sometime soon, but do you want to rely on motivation, or do you want to rely on yourself? I want you to hold that thing that you've been procrastinating on in your head and imagine the smallest version of that task, the smallest step that you can do to make progress towards it. It's honestly as simple as getting off the couch. That's step one. Or it could be closing your phone, closing YouTube. That smallest step. Hold it in your head and think about how easy it is. Because it's just a small step, right? It's not a big deal. It's just one click. Just get up real quick. It's not a problem. Think about how easy it is in your head. And now, right as this video is ending, I don't want you to click on the next video. I don't want you to go ahead and open TikTok or something. I want you, or I need you, to go ahead and do that first step. And honestly, you'll find that you just want to do the next steps anyway because of that momentum that you just built.